Bad gig at all.
How about the Knicks, though?
Oh, yeah, let's kick it to some
Let's
basketball
get,
here.
I'm about to say, Knicks are on an 8-game win streak, which is right now not only the Knicks' highest, it's the current league's highest active win streak.
Since the Warriors lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're killing it. They just beat the Hawks, who were the 4th seed. Now beating them, they took the 4th seed. So
And Trae Young's hurt.
And he got hurt that game.
Yeah.
He rolled his ankle pretty bad.
Sprain, which is bad.
And that's horrible for them.
Yeah.
They're gonna slide if Trae Young is out. 'Cause that man is like a budget Steph Curry.
Oh yeah, he's amazing.
yeah.
He's amazing.
And I wouldn't even say budget by that much because he is really good.
Oh yeah.
But LeBron actually just spoke to this recently. He said the NBA is better when the Knicks are winning.
Mm-hmm.
And it's amazing that like just everybody is galvanizing around the Knicks. It's like the feel-good story of the
Well, that's
year.
all the thing.
Because you got the Nets next door.
LeBron's got nothing but respect to the Knicks. Like, if LeBron wasn't going into Hollywood, he would have probably went to.
He could have done
Knicks.
that
because it was like when he was leaving.
It's the 2 biggest markets.
That's where he was going to. He was going to a big market, so he was choosing between New York and LA. He chose LA. I don't blame him at the end of the day, but
year-round nice
yeah.
weather. Tons of reasons to go.
That's
there.
all things. Like
Lakers.
he's just one of those people that he has nothing but respect for the Knicks as an organization.
Mm-hmm.
What was crazy is the Nets are next door.
Yeah.
And the Knicks are being talked about, not the Nets.
Well, what's crazy though is because this is the Knicks city at the end of the day.
You've
At the
seen
end
it.
of the day,
Yeah.
this is not New York is not a Nets city. No one cares about the Nets. No true New York fans.
There are Net fans.
Yeah,
Well,
but
now,
maybe either
like,
like
even
kids
before.
When they were in
the
Jersey.
Nets came up as a Jersey team.
Yeah.
So it's either newer fans, younger kids, or people that were always Nets fans. But again, this is a New York.
Long Islanders
is a New York
clung on
city,
pretty
yeah.
quick because it's closer. Like,
Yeah.
stupid shit like that.
Yeah, and again, like, what kind of basketball fan are you? If you were a Knicks fan, and then we got a closer team, I'm gonna become their fan. Like, the hell kind of sports fan are you? You're not even a real
Islander
sports
fan.
fan.
Bandwagoners.
Islander
yeah.
fans.
Islander
Anyways,
fans.
well, that's what you're gonna see now with the Knicks, and you're already seeing it as a ton of bandwagon.
They're all
You're
jumping.
already seeing it.
Well, that's the whole thing. They're all jumping back ship. It's just because like the Nets aren't getting talked about because their star players aren't in, which is why they're not getting as much media. How many times can people talk about them not having their star players in?
I mean, they have Kyrie Irving.
And
So, who do the Knicks have?
And the whole thing is that's the whole point is that the Knicks are
Julius
doing
Randle.
really.
Beast.
Who's a freaking beast.
I just hope they're
Like,
overpaid.
Derrick Rose.
I'd
resurging.
rather goddamn Randall run for mayor than goddamn Andrew Yang, but like
Randall for
Good
mayor.
point.
I'd rather Henrik Lundqvist run for mayor.
Yeah.
but freaking that's the whole thing is the reason why the Knicks are so much more interesting is because the Knicks aren't supposed to be there.
No expectations.
That's
Yeah.
the whole
They're
thing.
exceeding any
yeah.
expectations that were there,
Yeah.
if there were any.
That's why they're the more interesting.
They're like
story.
the NCAA bracket team that's kind of marching through. That's like you don't expect them.
We need RJ Barrett to recruit Zion because they're boys.
Oh yeah.
Played together in college.
Oh,
That'd be
dude,
cool.
I would love that. That's what it is though with the Knicks. Like it's a shame that this wasn't happening like the Kevin Durant year. Like that the Knicks weren't.
But I think they
the
opened their eyes.
The Knicks were a mess
Look at this drama
back then,
they
and
did,
no
Well,
free
James
agent would even
Dolan.
want to come to them. Yeah.
And James Dolan literally has taken a step back. Like he had, you really haven't heard much about him this year.
No.
Not much. I mean, there was early in the year that some crap happened where he threw someone out again or whatever. But like, dude, put your ego aside. You own the Garden.
Yeah. Well, you also have to realize you don't fuck with the Knicks with the Rangers, and the Rangers are always better than the Knicks. Like the Rangers may not usually like the last few years haven't been great. They're always better than the Knicks.
Yeah.
And it's because Dolan doesn't fuck with them. Dolan doesn't. I don't think he could care about them at all.
But this though, as a whole, is good for next year, the year after that.
Oh yeah, because it'll attract free agents.
And I see Randall. Randall always knew that inside that he was a good player.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think Randall even knew that he was this good of a player.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing. Like I don't know if he's gonna be like humbled by the situation, or he's gonna be like, I'm this fucking good. I want money.
Yeah.
So-
now I'm going to a super team.
But this is the flip side to that. Like Randall could sign an elaborate deal but still be team friendly, and he could he's going to attract free agents.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like there is definitely guys that are going to want to. Like honestly, they should keep Derrick Rose, and he's playing really
Derrick Rose
well.
playing great.
They should keep Derrick Rose.
Oh, yeah,
You
he's
have
not gonna
RJ
command a lot of
Barrett.
money.
You have
Who's
RJ
stepping up,
Barrett's
who's
playing
stepping up.
great. Obi Toppin he's developing.
Yeah.
He's good,
Yeah.
but he's good for what you need him for.
I mean, Mitchell
You have
Robinson when
Randall.
he's healthy, who's a monster
Yeah.
when he's healthy.
Volicic
So they have
just
tons of
shooting like
pieces.
crazy right now.
And they're young.
They're young.
They're
And it's a
attractive.
shame that Devin Booker is having a team built around him
Mm-hmm.
because I know you like Devin Booker.
love
I
Devin
would
Booker.
love. He's
I
a
love Devin
perfect
Booker.
fit on that team.
Oh, hell yeah.
Perfect fit.
Oh hell yeah! Because then you
Perfect.
have basically him run the point
Yeah.
at that point. And you
If you don't want to go that route, then whatever. But
But what
like,
it is
I
too,
would,
it's like we have Julius Randle, and he's really our main weapon. And he's really, if you have two weapons of that caliber, the defense cannot split attention at this point. Yeah, the Knicks are on the rise; they're good. But if you shut down Julius Randle, there's no guarantee that everyone else picks up the slack. If you get one more All-Star, one more All-Star, and then another really good player,
I feel bad Bradley Beal.
yeah. Oh, I love Bradley Beal.
I think he'd be the best like all-star
Bradley
budget pickup.
Yeah, like I said, I'd rather Devin Booker.
Yeah, I don't.
But,
That's not happening anymore.
Yeah,
though.
Bradley Beal is just not a sexy pick to me.
I know, that's
it's
what I'm
just not.
saying.
I'm sorry.
Why isn't it sexy?
Well, you want
Bradley Beal-
proven. You want proven.
Because Bradley Beal is
success.
like he's just not, he was on like the Wizards, like it was like him and John Wall, and they were like good. It's just
Now
it
it's
just
him and
wasn't it just wasn't a
Westbrook and
sexy team. Like I don't know, it's just there's no pizzazz. It's
No,
not
but he's
it's not New
he's
York.
going. Yeah, but he's coming into his prime.
Yeah, he's like
And
he's like in his 30s.
Yeah, but he's all right. So like in the bubble, he was one of the best players in the bubble last year.
Yeah.
And then this year again, he played like a monster until he got hurt. Now in the end, he's starting to pick up his game again. But Westbrook, that's when Westbrook started being Westbrook, and they're hogging the ball and just taking over.
I got this as he runs up the court.
So like Bradley Beal needs to be the guy with the ball in his hand. So like I feel like if Bradley Beal was in the bubble situation with John Wall, we would be seeing a totally different player. Westbrook, I feel like changes the dynamic of any team he's on. So like yeah, it's not a sexy player, but I think that's a player to where you're not taking away from Randall and you're not taking away from him. Like I think whoever's hot is going to stay on. And I think that I want them to play how Golden State plays.
Maybe if we just wait till he gets healthy and we could try to lure Klay Thompson away from Golden State.
Nah,
David, I don't think he's ever leaving.
And do you really want to invest in that now?
No.
No.
Back-to-back injuries in the preseason?
No. Not even a little bit.
But if he was healthy, though.
He's a spot-up shooter. He's gonna
If he was healthy, a
kill
lockdown
you.
defender.
You think he loses a step on defense? Because that's where my biggest concern for Klay Thompson. I don't think the shooting ability leaves.
I don't think he loses anything really on maybe on offense, because his thing too is that people think he's just like a spot up shooter. Like he doesn't stand around and wait for the ball. He's
he moves. Oh, yeah.
sprinting. Like that's why he's good. He doesn't ever dribble.
No,
But-
see, that's what I mean. He gets the
Yeah, he gets it and shoots.
Yeah.
He's a catch and shoot guy. But he's so effective as a catch
Yeah,
and shoot guy
he's a
because he's constantly on the move. And if he loses a step there, that'll hurt him offensively. If he doesn't lose his step, he should be fine. 'Cause you don't ever lose shooting. But we'll see. I hope not. I like Klay.
I feel like it's like anything else. It's like it's not shooting's also not like riding a bike. It's like anything. If you don't do it for a while, you are gonna.
Oh, you're rusty.
But yeah,
Yeah.
he'll just pick it back up. That's the whole thing.